Hello, Sahel community. I just logged into the wireless controller. The state is as left on the last video. As I said, I did already configure the controller to have wireless access in my home. But in this video, we're going to disable to delete all the configuration and reconfigure from scratch for you to know how this goes. Okay, without waiting, let's start by deleting the different configuration which I did previously. So let's go first here, the interfaces. On the first video installing a wireless controller, we did configure this management IP address. This has been configured from the CLI. This one is what we configure. The question is, where can I proceed on deletion? Here, remove. I will remove this interface. Okay. When I remove that, look here that I will lose connectivity. These clients, I will lose them all. Okay. I will lose them all. So let's move forward. Has it been deleted, the interface? Let's check again. Not yet. Let's get again. And if I say delete, okay, what is it saying? A VLAN group is made. Also, okay, I cannot delete it from there. I should first go here to the wireless. This PL, let me remove to management, for example, and save it and say okay. The wireless, the different wireless user will disconnect right away. I will go here and remove this. Okay, so you see it is removed. I will remove this one also for you to have the wireless controller completely empty. Nothing is configured when you start from scratch. Nothing is configured. The access point are here. The access point are connected. That is good. So you configure your wireless after your SSID after you have the access point connected. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, so now it is deleted. Okay, so now just imagine that you just install a wireless controller from scratch from the CLI. You enter this management interface. Okay, this is the only thing that we have. Look right here. We have no client. After the configuration, we should see the client connecting directly. If they don't connect, then I have a misconfiguration. It can be misconfiguration on my end, or it can also be that I didn't type the right pre-share key since I'm authenticating the client based on the pre-share key. Okay, let's go first. The first thing that we need to do is we are going to configure this interface, this red interface. Okay, it is in VLAN. Remember VLAN 200. We are moving this interface from there up here directly. Okay, from this interface I can ping all those interfaces in the LAN. If it is up, it is status up, I can ping them. Otherwise, my traffic will go from the access point up to the wireless controller, and from the wireless controller it will bridge in back to directly to the ISP router and to the internet. Okay, by going through my 3750. Okay, this is configuration from scratch. We go here to the interface, new interface, the interface name. How should we name that interface? Let's call it Sahel networks. Let's call it Sahel networks. And the ID, let's take the ID one. Okay, it doesn't matter which ID we take at this level, but here, look here, this is the VLAN identifier. The VLAN identifier, we did say we are using VLAN 200. Okay, We go for 200. The IP address should be 192.168.1. Let's say dot 100. This is in this range. The range that I'm getting my LAN is this area. The range I'm getting from the provider. Okay, and we go here with 255.255.255 on the fourth octet, the 0. The gateway, I did configure this interface with the 254. I will take that as my gateway. 192.168.1.254. I will also take that IP address as my DHCP server. Why? I will explain in other video. If you have questions regarding DHCP server, just ask in the comment and sort of why I'm configuring that. I'm having during my setup to have a basic communication here at home, I have an issue configure the wireless controller here at the DHCP server. This is a thing that I didn't have time to troubleshoot it. Actually, why the scope was not being was not I was not receiving the IP from that scope, although I turned it to active. But this is a different topic. Okay, I will then move on and apply here on the far upper right to apply. I'm saving this configuration. Of what is saying here? What is saying? Says something that is not correct. Okay, saying something right there that seems not to be. So what was he saying? Okay, let's apply again. Changing the IP, the interface code, the VLAN to be temporarily disabled. I say okay, but why it that is not setting? What is the point here? 192, not 182. 192 IP 192 and 192. Let's apply again. Okay, it is correct now. I have a typo in the configuration. So this is normal. This can happen and you have to troubleshoot, okay? So that being said, you see right there, it is set. We go directly to wireless LAN, VLAN, and we go here to create new VLAN, the profile name, let's say Sahel Networks. It's just a name. We can I can say profile. Let's say profile. Sahelnetworks profile, and the SSID is pure. The one I had before. I will go to apply, and then so I will move right here and will turn it to enable. And here, the question right here is over which interface you want to reach the LAN, okay? Or which interface are you going out? This is the point that we having here. We are going over this interface that we newly created in VLAN 200, which was named Sahel Networks. Look right here, Sahel Networks, okay? Which radio policy I want to use? I can say all, or I will go to A and G only. You can say all, doesn't matter. Here, the NAS ID is something that we are not using actually, but we can go into that in a different video. Let's go to, you can go first, I can say first say apply. Let's go to security. And the security, here's where things are going to play out. It is where you're going to specify your pre-share key. I'm going for WPA. So I'm going to WPA, yes, and here I'm going for WPA AS, and I will go further for PSK, okay, and I will specify my pressure key here. Okay, this is what I'm doing at this stage. Okay, and I will apply to, I will go here and apply. Okay, let's check once again. We have WPSK, WPA2, PSK, and we go here. I'm broadcast the SSID, enable. Yes, the status is enabled. Look at that. This should be really set. Otherwise, you will turn into an issue. Okay. The layer 3, I don't need to do something here. I will go for layer 3 only for guests when we implement this one, the guest SSID. Okay. Authentication, I'm not using any authentication server, so that will be left to default. Course, I will leave first quality of service for now, policy mapping, and I will go to the default. As I'm not using a radio server, authentication server, enable, I will leave that to as default. We'll leave pretty everything here to the default. So, and we should normally actually get the connectivity, peer-to-peer connectivity. Is it set to disable? Yes or no? Where is it? Peer-to-peer blocking action. Yes, disable. Okay. We say apply. We haven't changed anything more. So normally we should be getting access again. Let me check. Right here on the monitor. User once again connected or not? Um, it is it's singing and not what's going on. Having a connectivity issue or what is going on actually. Okay, go to monitor. Look right here. Look right there. We have 3 clients already connected, meaning our configuration was successful. Look right here. Here there's somebody on the connected over this access point at the basement, access point 2 and 2, yeah, 2 client connected over access point 2 and 1 client over access point 1. So which is located in the basement, and we are using the profile Sahelnetworks profile. You can see there. So what to do more? Okay, this I can click there on the on that user, and I've not found much in there instead of his MAC address, IP address. Nothing really interesting. Becomes more interesting when you are authenticating over 802.1x, yeah, with Redis authentication. Then you'll see more and more have more insight. Okay, I hope this was interesting for you. Setting up this pretty simple, straightforward configuration to have wireless access in your home, like I'm doing for my home network. Now we have 4 clients. So if you have any question, feel free asking in the comment. Email is also accepted, but the first option will be using the comment for others to learn from your questions. Looking for the more questions you ask and the deeper, I can go deeper in the explanation of the configuration. For now, it's just a basic config which works. Thank you. Bye.